Did you know that more than 130 countries have set up or are considering a goal of net zero emissions by 2050? According to a research commissioned by the United Nations Framework Commission of Climate Change, achieving net zero on a global scale would require an investment of $125 trillion by 2050. Although that goal hasn't been achieved yet, it is ramping up. In 2021, the world raised about $225 billion on deploying lower carbon energy technologies, which was up 27% from 2020.
This graphic highlights the top 10 countries by low carbon energy investment in 2021. Global investment in energy transition hit a high record of $755 billion in 2021, up by 27% from 2020. As we can see here, China tops here as it has added 48 gigawatts of wind energy and 53 gigawatts of solar capacity in 2021, increasing its total wind and solar capacity by 19%. European countries are not too far behind and have invested $219 billion in energy transitions. India too is catching up and has invested $148 billion in energy transitions. Energy transition investment by country. The top 10 countries together have invested $561 billion in the energy transitions, nearly 3/4 of the world total. China increased its overall energy transition investment by 60% from 2020 levels, further cementing its position as a global leader. The country's wind and solar capacity increased by 19% in 2021, with electrified transport also accounting for a large portion of the investment. Next, the US invested $114 billion in clean energy last year, up 17% from 2020. Several European countries have also made the top 10 list, with Germany, UK, and France rounding up the top 5. In total, European countries have invested $219 billion in energy transitions. Which low-carbon technologies are attracting investment? While the top 10 countries provide an overview of where investments are being made, it is also interesting to see which sectors are seeing the biggest influxes of capital. Here is a breakdown of energy transition investments by sector in 2021. Renewables accounted for nearly 50% of the total investment in 2021. However, electrified transport drove much of the growth as several countries charged ahead in the shift to electric vehicles. Nuclear power also racked up roughly $32 billion in investments. As conviction grows, it can deliver reliable carbon-free electricity. But the biggest overall percentage gain was seen in sustainable materials, including recycling and bioplastics, which saw investment activity more than double in 2021. Given that the dawn of clean energy is still in its early hours, technologies in the sector are constantly evolving. As the race to net zero continues, we will wait to see which energy technologies will draw even more investment in the future.